I'm open.
I'm open.
I'm
I'm
open.
He's
open.
back.
He's back. We've got Kyle again. He's not laying in bed this time, but he looks ready to go.
But I am wearing the exact same clothes, so
Has not
Beautiful.
changed.
yeah.
Love to see it.
Respect. So today, Kyle, do you want to explain what you're gonna show us today?
Yeah, so basically I had the original idea to do a tier list of all the AUDL logos because I'm not really qualified to talk about how the teams actually play Frisbee because I only really watched Everest games.
Neither are we really.
Yeah,
To be fair.
so I'm even less qualified than you. So I was like, you know what, I am qualified in judging logo design. Although I really don't have any qualifications for that either, but I do have opinions on it.
That's
So
all
yeah,
you need.
so gonna make a tier list. I also kind of did a bit of a redesign for every team's logo, and I thought I'd kind of walk through my design choices for each of those as we're going through the teams. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Sounds great.
Yeah, before we get into that, we have some AUDL, or I guess Frisbee news in general to go through. I kept a list throughout the week. The first thing that happened, Abe Coffin re-signed, the wind chill announced. He had 26 assists, 7 goals, and 14 blocks last year. And he was also like a disgusting puller. I think in their playoff game.
His calves go
Oh,
crazy.
his calves, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of his best stats, I think.
Mm-hmm. Daniel
Yeah,
Cohn
there's
took
that
a picture and it just like filled the whole frame.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably leads the league in calf circumference, I think.
Yeah, easily.
Nice.
Um,
I mean, do we want to talk about like what that means for their team? I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch too many wind chill games, to be honest. I can't really speak on it, but he was like a D-line guy, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be good again next year, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They were close this year to taking that division. I think they could, especially if Pavel leaves. It could happen.
Yeah, I think Chicago Union have a lot of great players outside of Pavel and don't necessarily need Pavel to be a great team, but I think the division's probably pretty open next year. I don't know if signing Abe Coffin or re-signing Abe Coffin means they're my favorite, but I do think it is like a good addition, or I guess a good not subtraction for an already pretty stellar defense. So I mean, it's good for them. I think you don't want to break up something that already is working. I think they'll be good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in the Frisbee world, the U24 Tryout Invitees were announced. My only real thought when it came to that was like seeing a lot of names and being like, this person's like 22. I think AJ Merriman was invited. I was like, he's 22. Like he's not 26 like I thought he was.
Yeah, it was tough to realize he was younger than us.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Don't love that.
And then back to AUDL. We tweeted out some, I think Ryan, you tweeted out about Everest's potential new contract. Do you have any details for us?
It's, fully unguaranteed. It's definitely not a done deal. What are we allowed to say? I don't want to exploit our source,
I think nothing. I think we're not allowed to say anything.
We just leave it at
that. Well, what we can say is that there's other teams interested that are also in talks with Everest, and yeah, there's a couple that we can't name any names, but yeah, there's a lot of suitors, and yeah, he's a hot commodity this offseason.
I mean, he is probably the front runner for sophomore of the year right now. So
we're gonna create that award next year just to give to Everest.
No question. He's a hot commodity.
And we need to retroactively give it to Jordan Kerr too.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, we can do that. Congrats, Jordan.
Sophomore of the year, 2022.
There's kind of an elephant in the room that I don't know how we're not talking about. Sam, what is on your head?
Oh, it's a Ringer
Wow.
the
Very
AUDL
nice.
hat.
Clean.
that
It
thing.
actually looks really good.
It looks
you.
so clean. I think I'm gonna put my order in to get one as soon as we hop off the Zoom call.
Oh, I
It's like
did
an
buy
athletic
the
hat, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
nice.
play
Whoa.
Frisbee in it and stuff. It's gonna be sick.
I did buy the Evan Lepler tie-dye t-shirt.
So that was you.
Yeah, I saw
pulled
someone
I
bought
pulled the
that. I
trigger
was
on that
like,
one. Yeah.
I was like, no way.
That's amazing.
is
Yeah,
awesome.
Sam, the way the hat kind of goes, it kind of gives a little extra, which makes your brain look bigger. And that's what we want
Nice.
for our fans. You know, wear this
Exactly.
hat. You'll not only will people think you're smart because you listen to our genius podcast, but they'll also think that your brain is larger than it really is. So
Yeah.
it's the advantages are twofold. So we really strongly recommend you get the hat.
It's
Yeah.
a good looking hat.
I will say I got the
Clean.
large to extra large. It's like stretchy, but like my head is so big that it doesn't fit. I have to kind of wear it up like you were pointing out, because if I put it all the way down, it like leaves a mark on my forehead.
Nice.
But that's kind of a me problem, the head size.
I think we forgot to do this last time, but let's put the link in the description of this video. If you're not sure where to go, you can hit our shop in the link. We'll put it in the description this time.
Yep.
Can't you also edit the description of the last video and put it in?
We should do that. We should
No,
do that.
I don't think that works.
Impossible. Impossible.
I think it was on your main YouTube page, maybe, because I eventually found it. But,
I think I put it there.
I think we're making our fans kind of search for it a little bit.
Yeah, like I was struggling to find it.
That's a good point. Next on my list, Joe, you have acquired the Boston Glory's secret data. What can you tell us about it? Tell us everything.
Ooh.
Okay, so what I can tell you is not everything, but I can also tell you nothing because I had to sign an NDA to get the data from if you don't know what's going on, there we saw a tweet about the Boston Glory setting up a competition and giving like a ton of data out to people who wanted to participate. And so I have a background in some data science stuff, and so I asked for it, and they made me sign an NDA to get it, so I can't actually talk about it.
Wow!
But the competition is it's due December 15th, so I got a lot of time to just like stare at stuff. They have a lot of data. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff in there. They've access to like AUDL owned stats too that go a lot deeper than what they just give on the like stats page. So I kind of want to reach out to some people and ask if they can give me some more stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. I have two thoughts. My first thought, I think you should write a paper that's just like you take all this data and then your paper is like Boston Glory sucks on the road. That is my conclusion.
It's statistically significant. If you bring all your players on the road with you, you might win some more.
My second thought was our former college coach Schmidt texted me, and he also is going to enter the competition. So you're going to go up against.
That's cool.
Schmidt. I tried to ask him just like innocently. I was like, oh, what's going to be like your approach to it? Like, what's your angle? And he didn't respond to me. So he might, I don't know if he was just busy.
NDA.
It could be that. I mean, are you allowed to talk about like what you want to do with it? Or like, is the paper like, you can't release it?
I think I right now could tell you what I want to do with it because I haven't looked at anything yet. So I don't know a single thing. So maybe I could just tell you what I want to look for. But like, I think once I've seen some of the data, I couldn't tell you like the direction of my stuff. Also because it's very like glory centric. It's not really like help advance stats in the AUDL. It's like help figure out things that can help the glory next year, you know?
Yeah.
So like, they don't want me to find something that's like, wow, this specific play won them the game. And then every other team now knows that, and now it's not really helpful for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I almost wonder if like the work that you produce still is like hidden. That's kind of what I think sounds like is what's going to happen.
I think probably. I don't know. Maybe if they knew I had a podcast, they wouldn't have let me in. but like I signed an NDA. I can't like I won't do anything. I don't know what the repercussions would be, but I can't imagine like breaking an NDA is good.
Boston Glory will send their team of lawyers after you. I'm sure they've got like high power guys on retainer.
As long as I'm not in Boston, it'll be their B team.
True.
Yeah, true.
I mean, everyone knows if you break an NDA, they just break your kneecaps, and then that's that.
Oh.
So
I'm not willing to give up my kneecaps for this podcast.
Fair. Let's see. The last Frisbee thing I have on my list is that the Western Ultimate League had their quarterly update on their website. I've been waiting for it. They said that their executive director, Felicia Yang, was reelected, and they've got a jersey deal with Breakmark through 2025. So hopefully
Nice.
that league will continue to thrive. And speaking of which, we do have a Western Ultimate League player coming on our podcast next week, I think. If you're on Twitter, you know her as Kayak. If you're not on Twitter, you know her by a much longer last name that I don't remember. But she plays for the Utah Wild, and we're excited to talk with her about the league and sort of get to know more as we did with the AUDL last year, so that hopefully we can cover the WUL with a similar expertise this year.
Hell yeah. Very stoked.
Mm-hmm. And then last on my list is actually not a Frisbee thing, but it's a Kyle thing. So it's a good segue. The Mariners are the team of destiny, it looks like.
yeah, they definitely are. So yeah, I've got my Mariners jersey on.
There we go.
Yeah, very excited. I'm watching the games this week because my friend has tickets to game 4 of the upcoming series. So if it goes to game 4, I'm going to try and fly to Seattle to see them.
Awesome.
So it's going to be
Nice.
expensive, but this is the first time they've been in the playoffs in not my life, but my living memory, because the last time I was like 2 years old. So
I think we can like safely say that like this is an M's podcast.
Yeah, no, definitely
Definitely
not an Astros podcast. I think pretty much everyone's rooting against them this series. So
easily.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the meat of the podcast. Let's get into Kyle's meat. If you haven't figured it out, this is going to be a very visual episode. So unless you're like a particularly good listener and you can hear the pictures through our voices, you're going to want to watch it on YouTube and not listen on Spotify.
Yeah.
We've been posting videos on Spotify.
Oh, so yes, that's right. So then you're going to want to watch it on Spotify.
Just not
listen.
Watch it, not just listen. Stop listening and start watching right now.
Don't listen to our podcast.
Yeah, don't listen to us. Watch.
Let me share the screen.
I think the top tier. So one other motive I have for this is that I don't really have an AUDL team yet to support. Ooh. So I think whoever's at the top of the top tier, that's who I'm gonna buy gear for, and I'm gonna support them for the rest of my life.
That's a great call.
This is gonna be a good
idea.
All right.
So is this Kyle's tier list, or are we all?
No, all of you. This is a collective decision.
Oh God, I haven't thought about this all. So it's just logos.
Just logos, just like logo design.
Like the logos that we see before us right now.
Yeah, and I have like slides, and so I'll talk a little bit about logos, and then we'll kind of go team by team.
Do you want to do your slides first, or?
We'll probably have to jump back and forth a little bit.
Okay.
But or like a lot.
Okay. So is there an order then that we should go?
Let's go slides first until we get to the first team.
All right. AUDL logos by
Smooth transition. Smooth transition, Sam.
Thanks. I got it all set up. All right, let's begin.
Okay, so before we talk about logos, let's talk about some design theory. So I think it's pronounced Gestalt theory is basically this theory that incorporates a bunch of different principles of how you should design a logo, and what sort of jumps out to people's eyes. So, good figure. You want to have a nice good figure. So that's basically saying, if you have objects grouped together, they'll be seen as one item. Similarly, proximity, if you have two groups of things apart from each other, they'll be seen as kind of like separate entities. Similarity, we've got triangles versus circles here in this picture, which pretty much speaks for itself. I don't really understand what they're talking about with continuation. I think it's just saying these two lines crossed make it into like one X. So take with that what you will.
Bold.
Symmetry is cool. My favorite is closure. I really like white space in logos, or negative space, I guess. I think if your logo doesn't have negative space, like, what are you even doing? So that's kind of a big plus for me if I see that. Let's go to the next slide. I think we've seen enough here. Okay, this is just talking about how different colors make people feel. So, if we just go with like a red logo, we've got passion, love, power, confidence. And then, we could talk about brown, very natural, stable, friendly. And we've got all these different colors. So just something you might want to think about when you're designing your sports team logo. Might want to leave out green, peace, nature, harmony, if you're going for a more aggressive sport. But maybe a sport like Frisbee, it's a little it's a little bit more peaceful and harmonious of a sport. So just something to think about. Let's go to the next slide. And then I kind of came up with, well, I didn't come up with this. All of this is completely stolen, but I edited some criteria to think about when we're looking at a logo. So the first one, which is a big one, is scalability. So, does the logo look good like as an icon in a tab? Does it look good on a hat? Does it look good on a Frisbee? Does it look at, how's it look at different sizes? Is it recognizable from far away? Does it still look good close up? And then, balance, if you have a really like lopsided logo, it can be a little disconcerting. And then, endurance, really just like not following any design gimmicks of like the time, not following fads. So like if you have word art in your logo, that was a big thing like a couple decades ago. Like that's an example of a non-sustainable logo. Then form, really, there's a lot of different ways you can use form, but for me, the big one is negative space. I love it. And then as far as ultimate goes, like, is it clear that this is actually a logo for a Frisbee team, or, does it look like something completely different? And I think that's the one that most of these logos are kind of struggling to achieve, because what does a Frisbee logo look like? I feel like there isn't like a defined way of doing that, unlike other major sports. So some like just have a Frisbee in the logo. Some kind of go for like flying and like sky based analogies like the aviators. So I don't know, I think it'll be interesting to go through these and hear your kind of gut reactions about each of these teams. So let's go to the first team.
Right.
All right. So Atlanta Hustle, before I say anything, like, what are your initial thoughts on this logo?
Well, I really like the first of all your Kyle theory, your 5 little points of scalability, balance, endurance, form, and ultimate. I think that's a great way to look at all these. I don't think you pronounced the first one right, but that's okay. Yeah, I think it's Gestalt, but fuck Gestalt. I'm all about Kyle theory now.
Gestalt, like gestating.
I think it doesn't use any negative space. I do kind of like that the little pointy parts are flipped, so that kind of gives me some sense of balance there.
Yeah,
the symmetry.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it has endurance because I don't think the letter H will ever go out of style.
We'll see.
But is it ultimate? I don't know. When you put it on a disc, maybe it is, but that H, I don't know. It doesn't scream ultimate to me.
Yeah. So when you guys see this H, because I have an answer, but what sport would you expect this to be from?
Lacrosse.
Baseball.
Golf.
Okay, I thought baseball. I thought it looked like a baseball logo.
It does.
I
It
see
looks like
that.
it looks like a Division 3 like baseball, or like I could see it on like a football helmet maybe. But like when I say that, I'm like, oh, it's like Division 3, like it's purple. I think that's perfect for Frisbee, which means it's not trying to be like something else. It kind of looks like either like a niche college team or like a kind of a new league, a new sports league. Like it's not, it's kind of treading in a different area with the purple and with the way it looks. To me, that's points. I think it hits on a lot of these of Kyle's criteria. I think for me is it is just a letter H. It's like a really well designed H,
A
but it
little
kind of
uninspired.
it's a little kind of there's not a lot else going on. I think it would be easy to make it too busy. But I don't think like I think it's one of the better, it's in the upper half of the league, but I wouldn't put it in S. I would maybe put it in A or B. That's kind of where I'm at because it doesn't have like the wow factor for me. But
one thing I want to add, Sam, if you'll go back to the slide, is that purple logo doesn't have any like 3D effects in it like the gray logo does, and I think that purple logo looks a lot worse.
Yeah, I think
it looks less like an H.
Yeah.
I think the 3D, like the depth, is important for this one to work, and that's not necessarily something that translates at a smaller scale. But I do like this one. I think it's like a good logo. But I wouldn't put it. I'd probably put it below A, maybe in like B, because I think it's a good logo. It's just like it doesn't tell me that this is a Frisbee team or anything, which is okay. But it's also not like super, imaginative either. But it's a cool, like if you're gonna have a logo that's just an H, like this is the best you can do, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like
I think B is for boring, and that's it's good but boring.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm happy with that.
Before I leave, I was thinking, what if we just have C and D combined, and so we have like a middle of the road to make it a little easier?
Yeah.
We just take away F.
Yeah.
We're taking
Take
away
away
E.
E.
I
say take away E. E's like not exciting a letter.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then this has to be
that's
green.
good.
All right.
Great call.
Can I rename C to
Meh. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Moving on.
Okay. And so as we do this, I'll give my suggestions for the redesign. And so I have several iterations. I added animations to these slides, Sam. Okay. So here's the first one. So I'm thinking, okay, hustle. I'm gonna draw the guy
I see
hustling
that.
to get somewhere. So he's running, he's hustling, he's kind of got like a little bit of he's like gritting his teeth, like I gotta get there.
Teeth?
I see it. I see it.
But I was like, okay, but this doesn't tell me anything about the city of Atlanta. So I was like, all right, what screams Atlanta? Andre 3000. So I gave this guy hustling instead, and then I wanted to add one more Atlanta feature, so I gave him a peach.
Nice. That is outstanding.
That's really good.
So
S tier, instant S tier logo.
If Atlanta Hustle wants to work with me to come up with some new merch or anything, like we can definitely put that together.
We can just put that image on Spreadshop and just have people be able to buy it from our website.
Yeah, we could do a team store with all the different logos. That's a great idea. All right, next.
Austin Soul. All right. I want
Wow.
to get all your first impressions for each of these before I say anything. So
I never
So-
knew it said EST 2016.
I like
Hmm.
Austin Soul's logo, but it's got so much going on that when you have it at, like you were talking about scalability, when it's on a small scale or when it's far away, like it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is because like for example, what is that circle gear thing? Like even
It's the
close up,
sun.
I'm like,
I think it's
That's the
it's supposed to be the sun, but
It's the soul.
Yeah, soul
Okay.
is sun in Spanish, Ryan.
that to me, so like to me that doesn't really look like like what the lines going across. I don't know.
It's the
Stylized.
rays.
It's cool, but
rays of
it's
It
light.
does. It kind of looks like
I
a
think that-
like a croquet ball or something.
yeah, I think there's just so
Oh,
much
yeah, I see
going
that.
on and it needs to be a little more simpler.
I
yeah,
will say,
ahead.
sorry, I was just gonna. I want to speak my. I love like badge logos like this. I'm a big fan. I think the scalability element, obviously, like you can pick out the elements like they have here, like on the shirt and the hat. I do agree that the sun is a little confusing, especially standing alone. It doesn't really work, but I like the general idea personally.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this one for me looks the most like a soccer like
Agreed.
crest.
Definitely.
Which I think it's kind of cool like on a jersey. And one thing I do like is that even though the main logo is busy, like on their gear, like on the shirt, they like use just the crown, or on the hat, they use just the sun. I agree with Ryan that the sun's a little weird. Like I don't really get the lines either. Like I get that it's a sun, but I would not get that if their name wasn't the soul. So it's just like it's a little bit, yeah, it's all right. But I like the crest overall. Um, but yeah, I think the sun's a little weird itself. So
I think the crown to me, I don't know if like that really works.
Hmm.
Like I think like for the border and like to make the crest look interesting, like it's cool, but like I don't know, it's just like you'd slap a crown on it. Like what does the crown have to do with the soul or like do you know what I mean? Like it looks like the royal, like if you wrote royal in the middle, it could be the Montreal Royal logo, like it doesn't
That's fair.
I think I think the sun is like cool. I'm not like that as bothered by it, but maybe like doing something like a redesign where the rays are like a little bit more prominent and bigger, maybe the circle's smaller could be kind of cool. I really like the colors. I think the colors work
Yeah.
really well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super cool colors. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it does. The crest is very soccer team. And if I'm trying to think of like a tier to put it in, I don't know if I'd put it higher than the hustle, but I don't think it's meh. I think they're like doing something interesting.
yeah, I think it is along the same lines as hustle. That's how I felt going into this. Like I think they're both like, serviceable logos, but not,
Mhm.
nothing like stands out
Not blowing
necessarily.
anyone's mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I would have it over hustle. I think the colors might be the reason. Just like
Yeah. The,
I'm
the
with you.
font,
I'm
the
with you
font
there.
of the font of soul is
and
like
I like I said, I love the direction of it. I think soccer logo is
Yep.
kind of a good way to go when you're doing a Frisbee logo.
I'm totally with you, Sam. Also, let's think about what if the circle of the sun being disconnected from the rays, what if that circle is a disc? Then we've got ultimate.
Yeah, got a Frisbee in
then
it.
we've got the theory of ultimate in there.
There we go.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they
Yeah, I
made
like
the
that
sun
with
look different, but like more like a Frisbee somehow, that could be huge for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard to make something look like a Frisbee, like from that perspective. But
Yeah.
I think
They're
that
like-
that might actually be what the lines are supposed to be somehow. Like maybe
Right.
it's, I don't know. But
Like if they do rings on the inside, like how this kind of has rings on the outer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
But anyway,
all
shall
right,
we?
so I started with, I kind of got inspired by another solar based team, and so that's my starting place. But obviously this, I can't use this logo, so I had to make it more unique to the city. So I did that. And then, we still got a basketball in there. So I, switched that up as well. And Austin Sol Frisbee. And now we've got the old logo incorporated. So there's, some tradition being passed along from one logo to the next. So
now that is a busy logo.
I like the papyrus font.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Papyrus, definitely a really good font for design.
Totally.
Okay.
Is that real Glory merch?
Yeah.
The
they've got some cool merch. Yeah. It's like this.
That sun hoodie is kind of hype. It looks a little too
honestly,
American for me, but
it looks a little rebel flag.
Cool. Yeah.
I like I love the mechanic, or the, should I say, mechanic shirt. It goes pretty hard.
Does it have to say Lou on it, or
yeah?
No, I think there's two names you can choose.
But like a little bit looks like Jew. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't customize it. It's just Lou or like, I don't know, Larry or something. I don't know, but Lou and Sue maybe. I don't know.
All right, well, let's talk logo. We've got another shield, but it's got wings and stars.
Yeah.
It does.
I like this one.
It fits Boston for me.
I don't like it.
I don't love it either.
It looks like Mississippi truck stop logo.
Oh, is it supposed to be a road sign?
Yeah,
this is giving me like biker gang.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It also looks a lot like Barca when you just have it alone without the wings or stars or anything.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know.
That's what
I'm not a huge fan.
I think they're going for New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of Boston teams kind of go
red,
with
white, and blue.
Vibe, but yeah.
Is it like a motorcycle?
I will say, without the wings and just the shield part looks bad. So I wonder if they just made that and then they were like, if we put wings on it, like the wings and the stars, it looks nice all together, but
it's okay. I don't know. I think the colors are really basic. They're like straight up American flag, totally exact. And I think there's a lot of sports teams that do the red, white, and blue, and it works. But I don't know. This isn't hitting for me. And it something about the feathers and how detailed it is with the sign and the stars. To me, it's busy.
Yeah, it's too detailed for a sports logo.
Yeah.
What do we think the 7 stars are about? I mean, the answer is probably how many
7
stars
players
fit
on the line
right there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Probably just the clip art that they pulled and just put there.
Yeah. I think that's more likely a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we all seem pretty down on it.
I'm D tier. I'm not F for mechanics, but I think it's below F for me. It's
It's
I don't want to sway it too low because some people were voicing that they kind of liked it, but
it's not horrible. It's not.
There are elements
terrible. Yeah. Agreed.
I think altogether it's aesthetically pleasing for the most part, but it's just it doesn't look like a sports logo, and the shield on its own does look weird. And so it needs the wings and all the other stuff to make it look okay, but at that point you're just kind of making a little bit of something out of a kind of crappy base. So
if it didn't say Boston Ultimate down underneath, the top part would definitely be a bumper sticker you would see on a bunch of trucks.
Yeah, it looks like a tramp stamp.
All right,
shout on that. Okay, so I was like, okay, it's Boston. We're gonna stick with the American theme. So let's see my first iteration. So I went with stars and a blue background, and then my second iteration, I was like, okay, well, I'm already halfway there. Let's add some. But it still didn't feel quite American enough, so I just went all out and created the most patriotic thing.
Yes,
so I drew this myself. And
wow.
Yeah, you can.
I tell you what,
Boston Glory, you can use
this. I like how
really good.
Like on the second iteration, the like lines are all different sizes.
Yeah. It's
All
part of
right.
the aesthetic charm. Okay, Flyers.
So
I
this is
really
a
want to.
team that just rebranded. So
Yeah, I have some of their. I have the old Rally Flyers logo on that shirt down there too. So
mhm.
I really want to hear what you guys think of this one before I say anything.
To me, it looks like they had kind of a cool sport logo like before. Like I think I was more into the Raleigh Flyers logo, but then this one looks like a logo for like a branch of the military or something.
It took me a really long time to figure out that it was like looking straight at an airplane.
Yeah.
It was very confusing for a long time. I kind of thought it was. I don't really know what I thought. I thought it was just like avant-garde, like just like some weird three-legged thing. But I did figure it out, but it took me a long time.
I get like they're doing the new minimal thing. I think the logo itself is like fine. I would say meh, but I hate the jerseys. Hate the jerseys. Hate the jerseys.
Yeah.
Oh, with like the stripes up them and stuff.
Yeah, don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks weird. That's for sure. Yeah, I feel like this logo is like a cool drawing. like oh cool, we're looking like straight down the barrel of a plane, but like why is that your sports team logo? I don't know. Like it just like are we like I don't know, going for a little flight like in the 1900s, I guess. I don't know. It's just like it doesn't really I don't know. It doesn't feel
Well,
like a sports
it's-
logo.
Are we even looking straight at the front of a plane? I think we're looking straight at one of the wings of a plane.
No, I think
it's supposed to be like a
flying
propeller
towards
plane.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
supposed it's North Carolina and it's a callback to the
Right.
like the Wright
Christopher
brothers. Yeah. So it's like that kind of old timey like plane. That's what I'm looking at. Like that's kind
Yeah.
of what I see it as. I mean, in terms of like let's talk about the criteria. Like very like balanced, very
Yeah.
you know, cohesive and
Yeah.
symmetrical. Is it for like to me like where it really detracts like loses a lot of points for me is that it looks like the like Air Force. It could be the Air Force logo or something. It does not look like a Frisbee team logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it would be like a metal like or a little pin that you put
Like a
on
pin,
a
yeah.
military uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know, I think it's you know, well designed. It just maybe designed for the wrong thing, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good
So this-
design.
Is this a D?
To me, it's a meh.
I think it's
Yeah,
a
Is it a
meh.
meh?
Yeah.
I think so
meh?
too.
Yeah, because it's better. Like, I mean, it doesn't belong in the same tier as the Glory logo.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you look at those two logos.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
blows the Glory logo out of the water. But in terms of like, in terms of like all of our criteria, I think it's kind of like middle of the pack.
Great symmetry.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
will
great.
say it might have been cool if instead of a tier list we did like a graph of like bad to good and boring to cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can look into doing that later, but
Yeah.
We can do that with the jerseys too.
Yeah. Okay, so for my redesign of this one, I really just wanted to bring some excitement to the logo because it is sports, you know, we're trying to have some excitement. So I added Mr. Flyer here. And you know, I put him on the wing because he kind of likes to live dangerously. And then I just kind of went from there. So let's see what I did next. All right, so I added some enemy planes attacking Mr. Flyer. So they're all, you know, shooting lasers or whatever at him. Okay, next slide. But I gave him a laser shield to defend himself. It's a watch that comes out into a shield. And so as you can see, all these little bullets or whatever are being bounced back at the
reflected,
planes.
yeah.
And as you can see by the
Wow.
orange scribbles, they are exploding. So he did manage to defend himself.
That's sick.
All right,
Well
next
done.
Wow.
next slide.
That's really good. That's really good.
Oh, there's a
There's
horse.
more iterations. So one of the plane's pilots jumped out and had a parachute and a bow and arrow. So he's actually like kind of Hawkeye style shooting the bow and arrow. And while Mr. Flyer's distracted with the planes, he's getting that arrow up towards him. All right, but let's see if he can defend himself. He has an eagle. He has an eagle that actually can grab the arrow and take care of it. So, okay, next one.
There's more.
Little does he know that his old arch nemesis, Mr. Rowdy, I don't know, yeah, Cowboy Rowdy here, is actually coming from the other side on another plane, trying to shoot at him. But this is the last one, I promise.
Oh my god!
His hat is titanium, so it just bounces off, and
Oh.
Mr. Flyer
Wow.
survives. So.
Wow, this is incredible.
I love how the guy's in the prone position on the. I really appreciate the attention to detail.
I love that eagle.
Oh my god, Kyle. Okay.
Holy shit!
Did you guys ever make those drawings as a kid where you would like have like a drawing fight basically?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Just keep
That was
adding
my
stuff.
main inspiration. So
All right, here we have the Chicago Union, and if we were doing that graph that I mentioned, I think this would be, boring but good is kind of my takeaway
Yeah.
from this one.
yeah, I think it'd be above the line for boring because it does bring in like the Chicago flag, which I like, and it uses negative space, which is cool, but
Yeah.
not too exciting though. It's still a U.
Yeah, it's still a letter logo, but they definitely did more with it than the hustle did.
Yeah.
I like the on their jerseys the little like Chicago flag band around the arms, which I know isn't really like the logo, but I do like that part of their whole design.
Nice, yeah.
I think jersey wise, there's too much white. Like it's too blank to me. I do think they have cool colors, but aside from like they kind of ran out of ideas once they decided like, oh, we're gonna do the flag or we're gonna make the logo look this way, and they're kind of like, I don't know, like from there on out.
They could do like the flag stripe like up the whole front. That might, eat up the white space and look kind of cool.
Yeah, I just think they need to put a little bit more something. They really were careful not to make it too busy, which I think to me puts it in the upper kind of half of the league. But and just in terms of the logo, I mean, yeah, I don't have too much to add. Like I agree, it like is a little bit boring, but it's well designed. And something that I'm noticing is like we have like symmetry as kind of a criteria, but I think a good logo is like uses asymmetry in like an intentional way, and I think they do that here in a cool to give it a cool effect. So I'm like at least B tier with this.
I did a little bit of research into this because they also just went through a rebrand, and I found that their Twitter account back in, I guess, right before the 2021 season, put out a poll, and it was like a bracket style poll for the new name of the team. And so, do you guys want to know what the other names were in the bracket? They could have been the Chicago Blues, the Chicago Grid, the Chicago Style, the Chicago Chaos, the Chicago Goats, Chicago Elite, Chicago Lakefront, and then finally the final decision was the Union.
They made the right choice.
Another goat would have been pretty sick.
But they just wanted. I feel like they were changing wildfire away because they didn't want to reference the fire.
Right.
Yeah. I think Union's
they
cool.
made the right choice.
I think Grid is interesting.
Yeah, I liked Grid out of all those. I think Union's probably better, but that was the only other one that I was like, that's kind of a
unique. The New York Premier Ultimate League team is called the Gridlock, which I think is cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, Chaos is bad. Chaos sounds like a team that folded. So,
yep,
yeah.
I like A for Union. What do you guys think?
I guess I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than. I mean, it's like the H, but it incorporates the flag, so it's better.
Yeah. I think either top of B or A is like I think it's better than the two we have in B. So, and we can always reorder this.
Okay.
Okay, let's do A for now, and then we can.
I think
A
for now.
you got to establish what the different tiers are. So
Yeah.
All right.
oh yeah, so for this one, I really like their use of white space. So my first iteration, I just added more.
Okay.
But then it felt too empty, so I wanted to add something exciting and interesting to that. So I did that. But it wasn't really clearly a Frisbee logo, and it didn't really make sense why Jack Nicholson's face was in here. So I kind of tied it all together with some text, just saying Chicago Frisbee is scary good. And the team is also called the Union, by the way. So yeah, that was my
Lovely.
final.
I like the
final
scary
design.
font too.
Yeah, I used I think it's called either Chiller or Thriller font. So another good one for all you design noobs that are trying to create that.
Yeah, learn from the
Papyrus, Chiller,
pros.
Comic Sans.
All right,
Okay.
we've got a new team. Ryan,
Colorado
what do you think?
Summit. Yeah, Ryan, you get first.
I'm so meh on Summit's logo and jerseys. You guys don't have their jerseys up, but like it's like this maroon color and like so from afar I think the logo looks cool, but then like okay, I'm a big fan of this hoodie. This hoodie's great as a gray hoodie, but like I don't know, it's just so meh. That's my take.
To me, it kind of looks like a light beer logo, which works for Colorado. That's not necessarily points
Totally.
against.
And I would drink that beer. So
yeah, I would totally drink that beer.
Yeah.
It maybe suffers from trying to keep it simple with the colors. Like that kind of makes it a little flat. I do really love the goat and I love the Frisbee and I love the mountain. But I think that hurts it with scalability. If you make that small, it's like, what is this? Like the hat. Look at the hat. Like you can't even tell. Like it says Colorado. Like that's a little tough. But they're definitely going for something a little more interesting. And it like to me, it says Colorado and it says Frisbee. So I like that at least.
I like that the goat is kind of incorporated in the mountain line.
Yeah,
I do. I do like that.
I think that's cool, and it has a disc in it.
Yeah.
And the disc is kind of like the dot of the eye. If I were to like, I feel like it's a little far away from the eye for it to like do that, and they really could have put it anywhere they wanted. So that's
take out the word Colorado.
Yeah. Honestly, that might be better.
And then move the Frisbee down.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then maybe add maroon because the maroon's on their jersey. So like somewhere something can be maroon.
Honestly, like Frisbee dotting an I is something that should appear somewhere.
Yeah.
One thing about the logo is like if you take the word summit out of it, it's like you have no idea that it has like the Frisbee, like the Frisbee's there, but like it doesn't look like the summit or anything. It's just like it looks so weird, and like the name of the team is basically the whole logo.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's like 50% of the whole logo is the name.
All right. Where are we relative to
better than Flyers?
Yeah, I think it's better than Flyers, but
I like the goat in it.
Yeah, I think the goat pushes it ahead of the Flyers.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Just trying to make it easier to see all of them. Okay, cool. Oh, we've got 4.
Oh yeah, so for this, I kind of I started off kind of simplifying it down to just my ideas
pointing at the summit.
I also it wasn't clear what the logo picture had to do with the name, so I really wanted to point like the summit that's a word that means the top of the mountain. So they want to be the best. I had a little goat in there, and then I really simplified it down to just CS with an arrow pointing at the top, but that was a bit too simple, so I added the goat back in. And then this was the first one. I'm going to do this for a lot of them. I really thought they needed like a team catchphrase in the logo, so I had the goat saying a catchphrase whenever Sam is able to advance forward. So Colorado, if you want to use this like fully, like no copyright or anything, you can make your official slogan. Oh boy, like conveys excitement and fun. So yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh man, that's great. All right, we've got another rebranded team. Another badge.
another
Yeah.
soccer-esque one.
I've never
Looks like an
noticed
MLS.
the sword before.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad emblem. I think they do the emblem thing maybe a little bit better than the soul does, but I don't like the colors as much. So I don't know. I like it's a well-designed emblem. I'll give them that.
It looks nice.
It's not too busy. What do you
I
guys
think it
think?
looks nicer than the Souls emblem, just looking at them now.
Yeah, to me the color, like the mustard yellow, is not doing it for me.
I don't know if I like it better than the soul. I think I like the soul more. I don't know. I don't love the mustard yellow. I don't really like the sword, I guess, is kind of cool, but it really feels like they're going for like a Vegas Golden Knights type thing. And like I don't really get where the lion comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is
it just feels like it was thrown in, just to like look menacing, I guess. I don't
looks
really
like
get it.
If you take out the E and the G, it says lion. So
That's
Wow.
true.
Oh, that's fair. But
It
then
looks
I'd
like
ask about the sword. They should just be the Dallas Lions.
it's like
Yeah,
they're the
like-
lion eggs. If you pull out the EG.
I think it looks like the MGM like casino logo
Yeah.
more than a Frisbee team logo.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm a little mad on this, just the mustard and the
I'm mad on
gambling.
it.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, I don't like it a lot. I would put it behind the Flyers,
Okay.
but it's still better than Boston, I think, in my eyes.
I think it like take all context away. It looks nice.
Yeah.
To me.
It just like it doesn't give you any context as to what the hell it is. Like
Yeah,
Totally.
like Dallas Legion. Okay.
I feel like it would be a great
Right.
MLS logo.
that's what I'm saying. It looks like an MLS,
It does.
but
Yeah.
also the mustardy yellow is rough.
Yeah.
I think the Legion part also kind of looks like a restaurant.
Yeah, kind of does.
Yeah,
Alright,
so I didn't really get the whole Legion name, so I actually changed the name for this logo.
Love it.
I changed it to it also wasn't clear that Dallas is a city, so I made it the Dallas City Legend. And then this guy, honestly,
Is he the legend?
he's a legend. Honestly, the first iteration might be the best, but the second one I did like the sword in the original logo. I added a sword. And then
yeah.
it is legends plural, so I decided to add multiple legends. And I also I got a sponsorship deal, so this is the Southwestern Airlines Legion of Dallas City Legends.
I like the short one.
Yeah, so Southwestern Airlines, proud. Are they from Dallas? I think so. I just looked up Dallas companies and they came up, but
I think they are.
Yeah. Oh, the short one. Yeah, he's the real legend.
He's the handler.
I also did a little research into their rebrand, and so I can give a direct quote, maybe to give the Legion name a little bit more context. So, after an exhaustive renaming process, we chose to rebrand the team to the Dallas Legion because Legions were very successful in adjusting to the opponent's strengths and weaknesses. Legionaries ate, slept, trained, and fought together. There was a sense of unity, camaraderie, and pride in their identity. We are inspired by the Roman legion's strength, effectiveness, and longevity, which we want to embody as we build Pro Ultimate to be an enduring, long-lasting force in the Dallas community.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over that.
Now this is a Frisbee logo.
Oh, here
That's
we go.
That's
It is
what I'm
great.
talking about.
That's a great tumbler. That's a great looking tumbler.
Yeah.
This is
Joe,
a
you want to
good
go
logo.
first as
Yeah,
the
Joe.
Breeze fan?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think this is a great logo. I think, it's got a disc in it. It's pretty clear. I like that there's a little trail behind it to indicate that the disc is moving. I like that it's part of the B. I like that it incorporates the DC logo with the 3 stars in it. I don't know. I think it goes really well. I think the logo doesn't translate to the jerseys super well. I don't like it's a very basic, like I think it's a really cool logo, but I think like the logo itself, there's not a ton you can do with like jerseys. So I think they like did the best that they could. I think the jerseys are like nice. I don't think they're like the best jerseys in the league, but as far as logos go, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think as for the jerseys, like some of the teams don't have their logo on their jerseys. I think this would have been a good team to do that with, leave it off. But I do like this logo. I feel like they really shot for something, different. And I think they're the first team we've seen that actually has achieved in creating like an ultimate logo. Like it looks like what I would expect an ultimate logo to look like, given I don't know. I do like it. I think it's unique to this sport for the most part. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I have this in S.
I agree.
I would say A. I would say A.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me look at the other ones.
I think it's just
think
like
S.
it's a level above Union. Maybe Union.
Yeah.
I think it being like so clearly a Frisbee logo is
Okay.
what makes it S for me. It's one of the few, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they took
agree.
a risk that the Union didn't take, and I think it paid off. And
Okay. I'm okay with that. I was gonna say A, but looking at the rest of the field, I think it belongs there. I think what they do better than what the Glory does is that like they're also going for the like we're the US capital, so we're gonna do the red, white, and blue thing. But they do like the shade of blue is a little bit I don't know, it's just a little bit different. And I like it looks really nice. And I think like scalability, I think you could slap that on a hat.
This hat is great.
Hat is awesome. I tried to buy the hat, but it sold out. Like I got cold feet and then it sold out. So I'm super bummed on that. But yeah, like looks great on a disc, looks great on a hat. Like maybe it doesn't look like perfect on the jerseys, but like, overall, like I think the jerseys are pretty cool. And like it could, like I see a lot of parallels with the Union here too, where it could just be like blank red and then they have that blue stripe and then it would be kind of like lacking, but they have like kind of the cool like sublimation of the capital and the stars, like to make it a little more interesting. I like this logo a lot.
I guess I didn't add animations to this one, but I'll just walk you through. So iteration 1, I thought, okay, breeze, air bending. I used the airbending nation logo from Avatar. And I was like, okay, well, let's add a little personality to this. So I created this absolutely horrific creature, and this is the breeze. And then I was like, okay, we got to incorporate Washington. So I did what the Commanders did and put the logo of the outline of Washington State. So,
oh my god,
that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was terrifying. All right,
bad.
Do the mechanics go in mechanics tier?
No, I'm okay with this logo. I think on the dark gray background and the maroon needs to pop, but look at how the logo looks on the like jacket when it's black and white. That looks pretty good to me. Like
I don't like that the D is backwards. I think it's weird.
Yeah, I also hate that the D is backwards. It doesn't seem like it should be a D. It looks like it's an O that got cut off or something.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna love my redesign.
All right, let's pick a tier.
Yeah,
I think it's D.
I think it's either meh or D, but I think it's meh. I think it's meh.
I don't know.
I hate the dark colors of a logo. Like it's just
it's
like,
too dark. It's too dark.
That alone is just so D to me.
I want to put it in F, but I kind of want to not be mean to them in every single regard for everything they do.
It's visually pleasing enough. It's just like it's just like a gear, you know, like it looks like
It's fun.
it looks exactly like the logo that we had for like one of our engineering projects. Like we made a gear. Like it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not much you can do with the name Mechanics, honestly, unless I don't know. I don't know what you would do with that, but yeah.
Well, what
But
did you do with that?
my main gripe was the D was backwards.
Thank you.
Fixed. S. That's S tier.
Hey, that's really
Beautiful.
good.
So
And the
there
gear
you go.
wouldn't work,
Fixed.
just like the mechanics don't work. So
Oh man.
oh, the
Alright.
hat.
Oh,
Alley
let's
cat.
go, baby.
Okay, so yeah, I want to hear what you guys think of this logo. This is the Alley Cats pod. So.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the logo. I don't know, it's a little bit busy, but I don't really have any major issues with it. I like the green. Not a ton of teams go for the green. I like that the cat has some green in its eyes. I like the font they chose for Alley Cats. I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the logo.
I think it suffers from scalability. Like when you get it to, it's like really detailed. The cat is like super detailed. I think it's kind of cool. I like how it has like weird, like kind of asymmetry with the tail and I think it's really cool. And I think Alley Cats is such a cool name for a team.
It is
Like I'm
such a
so
cool
about
name.
it. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think their jerseys look clean. I really like their jerseys.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I didn't put the jerseys in all the slides. I didn't really want to focus on those.
Yeah, it's not a jersey tier list, you know, but
I was just trying to get some like
A-
different merch with it, but yeah.
I think
But,
A
okay,
tier
so-
cats.
is like the
So-
most fun logo.
A tier cats.
A tier cats, baby.
yeah,
I like
I
it
think
more than the soul. I like it more than the soul logo.
it's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
like
I agree
look
with
at
that.
it. Look at
I
it
think
next
it's
to
A
other
tier.
logos, though. It's like I'm like, what? I have to squint to like
Yeah,
understand what's going on there. I don't know if it belongs in A, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah. I
Hey.
think we could. I think I don't know.
I think it's B.
B
It's
tier
more
cats,
fun
baby.
than the Union, but like it's also definitely like objectively worse. Like it's just my main gripe with it is that what the heck, like why is the cat coming out of this like random, I guess it's coming out of a sewer pipe or something, but like why is
Oh,
its tail below the pipe? Like it's just kind of like it
yeah, what's
messes
going
with
on?
my mind. Like where's the cat's paw
Hmm.
coming out? Where is the cat's body if its tail is right
Maybe
there?
that's a disc.
This
Maybe it's a frisbee.
this
So
didn't
that
make
makes
any
even
sense
less
to me.
sense.
But before you said that, Kyle, I thought it was a tornado. I was like, oh, he's coming out of a tornado.
I just thought it was I just thought it was part of its body. I didn't really look that closely at it before.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing that they definitely added in because they were like, okay, we got this. They probably drew the cat head, and then they're like, okay, how do we get this on the logo? And they didn't
They
want
were
to
like,
draw
it's
the
a
whole cat's
disembodied
body.
cat head. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like fun, but it's definitely messy. So
Yeah, it's a little bit messy, but I like how they went for something.
what tier did we put it in? I don't.
B.
I would put it in B.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
I think that's fair.
it's fun, but not really good.
Not a great logo, but it's
yeah,
got
so
personality.
I just Google image searched Alley Cat. This was my first attempt. And then I liked this picture of an alley cat better.
That one looks
and
a
then
little more
again,
scrappy. They both
I
look
also
scrappy.
wanted to give them a slogan. So, so the indie alley cat slogan is "Watch out, buddy."
That's good.
So there you go.
That's great.
All right. We got the mustache man.
Okay.
What do we think about this?
I like it. I'll say it. I like it. It's maybe a little. They just went for like we're not going to do any text. I think maybe it needs some text. Somehow maybe it could be like in a badge.
I was
what
just
I
gonna
mean?
say the badge on the baby outfit looks better
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I like that better. I think it needs that.
That
It's
could be the
yeah.
primary to me, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the badge a lot. I think the scarf like moving in the wind in, you know, just like as an idea is good, but I feel like it just looks very sharp. So it looks like he just has like a weird like solid piece of metal on
It
his.
looks weird. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I like the badge better. I don't know.
They're going for something like more like interesting. Yeah, maybe it's like like I look at I want to put it in B, but I don't know. Are we mad on it?
I feel
I have
like
it here in my head.
Yeah.
For me, like I think kind of highly of it because I like their name and I like their jerseys, but then like when I think about just their logo alone, I don't think it's actually that good.
Yeah.
Like I think they do some
Yeah.
really cool stuff with it, but it looks kind of just like a clip art pilot.
Yeah.
Like if you just told me there was a Frisbee team named the Aviators, I would be like, that's a sick name. And this logo kind of takes away from that for me. I'm like, oh, that kind of
Yeah.
aviator. Like we're actually going with like a literal aviator.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think it makes the team name less cool. Which puts it in meh for me. So I tried to give them a cooler logo. So I found a cool aviator, Amelia Earhart.
Nice.
And then I gave her some aviators.
That's
And
really
then
good.
I just I made it a little bit cooler, put the name in, added a Lakers cap, so she, true LA icon. I actually, this is the first one.
Kinda
Wow,
sick.
this is one of the ones where I was like, this is actually a sick logo. Like, just,
I love it. I love it.
Lakers
Oh my
for
god,
life.
Everest should post that.
He
That was
should.
All right.
Okay.
Radicals.
Okay, I love the Rascals logo.
too.
I don't know what it is about it, but I am into it. I don't get where the lightning bolt comes from because their name is just the Rascals, but like I don't know. I'm kind
looks
of
nice.
really into it. I like it.
It's sick. I love it.
Yeah, I think they suffer from the shade of yellow that they picked.
Vomit yellow.
It looks a little barfo, but I think it's cool. It looks better when it's on that like sun hoodie where it's like a different shade of yellow. I'm into it. I think it's really cool. It's a good logo.
I want you guys to put this in whatever tier you want, and then I'm gonna ruin it for you.
Okay.
I'll accept your placement, whatever it is.
Do you not like it as much, Kyle?
No, I like
Are you
it.
gonna talk about fisting?
I agree with everything you said, but put it where it goes first.
All right. Do we like above
like
or
A.
below Union?
I like above Union.
Above.
I think above.
There's more going on. It looks cool. It's simple, but there's more going on. Okay, let's
go,
go.
Go back to the original. So I like this logo, but I just cannot get the image out of my head that this hand is like tugging off the top of the R. Like once I've seen it, I just cannot get it out of my head.
Oh no! What are we about to put on YouTube?
So I fixed it, right? You can do the first iteration. So I took it out, just made it a normal R. Obviously too boring. So I wanted to give it like a kind of lightsaber thunder sword. So it's like shooting lightning out of this sword that it's holding. And then I wanted to give it a little bit more personality. So I added a smile.
He's enjoying using his laser sword. I like it.
Radical fans, if you guys are watching this, you got to pitch this as your new design.
Good Lord, Kyle.
Sorry. We can cut that.
It's great.
We've
just
said
center out the entire logo.
All right. Minnesota wind chill.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Clean. Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too.
I think it's a little better than meh, but I could be convinced for meh.
I like it
know
better
what
than the hustle letter logo.
I know we're not talking about jerseys, but I do like the bottom of it with the pine trees.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
The trees are sick. Yeah, when we do jerseys, this one with the trees is up there for me. Like I love that. But yeah, I like the colors. It definitely makes me think of like cold. So and it does feel kind of like a sharp, like kind of like frostbite logo, you know. So I feel like it fits. But
like top of B.
Top
Yeah, I
V.
would put it above
I
the
agree.
Alley Cats. Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, now that I'm looking at the union, like I don't how much is the union really that?
This is my redesign. That's it. No
With the
iteration.
catchphrase.
It was perfect from the start. So
Stay frosty. Yeah. Going back to your point, I think it might be better than the Union.
I don't know if I'm as big on the union now, but you know, I don't know.
I did not say that the Union should be A tier.
Yeah, there was
I think
discussion of it.
I think
being
it's a
B.
little bit too boring. I think it's clean and I like the
Yeah.
flag, but I think it's a little
It's
bit too
down.
boring.
Yeah, I agree. I like wind chill better than union, and union can't be an A. So yeah, I like it there.
you put an Alley Cats. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They at least tried something.
Yeah.
We got
Stay
a lot of
frosty.
division. We got a lot of division rivals right there altogether.
Really do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lame.
Yeah.
I think
I like
it's
this.
cool.
I like this jersey.
I will say it's one of the few teams that has both their city and their team name like in the primary part of the logo. A lot of them have like Glory and it's just like Boston Ultimate below it. This one has the R and it's got the M.
It's a
But
cool
that's my
shield.
only compliment.
I think there's a reason that Joe, you had trouble earlier in the pod telling the Canada teams apart, and I think the
Yeah.
logo is definitely a big part of that.
Yeah.
Why is there an eagle on their shield?
Great question, Ryan.
It's
Who
better
knows?
than the Legion.
It's probably like the Montreal, like maybe they have like an eagle as their like city.
Is it better than the Legion?
Yes, because the colors. I think for me, it's the.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's
Voodoo-
better than the Legion.
I don't
don't
think
think
so
so.
either.
I think it's D.
I think
Really?
it's D. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
that low on it. I think the colors
Everyone
work really
else
well.
says though.
I
Yeah,
think it's
I
both the
do.
Glory, but
I agree about the colors, but I just think like as a logo, it's still worse.
Yeah, I guess.
you know they have the same basic colors as like Austin Soul and I guess kind of Radicals, like similar style. I mean, I'm colorblind, so I could be totally wrong, but like
Closer
I
to
feel
the
like the other
soul.
logos do a lot more with it, and
Yeah.
it's
Totally.
just kind of like a boring eagle. I do like, well, you know, I'm gonna immediately contradict this, but I do like the subtlety of the R and the M switch because it's, you know, they speak French, so it's actually Royal Montreal. So
That's cool.
but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm about to immediately contradict that. So the first iteration is just their logo for comparison. Because I actually used it as a base. So the first thing I did is I switched those two, so it was Montreal Royal. So now we got those in the right
Nice.
place. And then I was like, okay,
Fixed.
what's this eagle got to do with being royal? So I actually found the King Charles or whatever, and I put that in instead. So now we've got a true royal dog taking the
That's
place
good.
of
If it was the same
dog.
like clip arts like 2D style, but it was like that dog breed, that would be cool. Like I think you're really actually onto something here.
You could have
Well,
like a
I
team
think-
dog too.
I think the bigger point is that the eagle has nothing to do with their team, and they could choose any animal they wanted to put on their logo, and it would probably look, fine.
It's
Yeah, maybe the eagle has some significance that we have no idea, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
But it's just
Champions.
like
All right, I'm just gonna say it. I think this is the best shield in the AUDL.
Mm.
It's so good. It's so clean. I think the
It's a
colors
really
are
well
just-
done shield. Yeah. It
I
says
like
New York.
I like the colors a lot. I
It
like
says
the
Frisbee.
yeah. I don't know if I am as in love with the green as you guys are, but I think it works. They're going for a different kind of color, and yeah, I like how the Frisbee is like really prominent, and I like the cityscape. It works. Yeah, it works for me. I like it.
The colors work well with scalability because even when it's like on that hat or on that on the hat, you can't really like see the details of the city, but like you see the colors and you're like, okay, that's Empire because
Yeah.
the black and the green, and then you see it on the sweatshirt and you're like, okay, that's a sick emblem.
Yeah.
I have it
Also,
here.
you know how it's kind of like bursting out the sides, like that's definitely it's similar to what they did with like the Parthenon, whatever, where you make it more curved so that from farther away it looks straight. So I think this one works well from a distance. Like just look at the like top of the jersey on the right. Like it doesn't look like the shield is bulging in the way that it does like if you look at it.
Right. Interesting.
So I think that's pretty cool. Like they whoever designed this is obviously a professional, so yeah, it's cool. I like the Frisbee. I think it's yeah, I think it's the most Frisbee looking Frisbee in any of the logos, but so that's cool.
Yeah. Are we A or S here? I think I'm A. I think I'm like top of A. I don't know.
Yeah,
S?
I think it draws back a little bit, and it's just like it doesn't really try it. It just says New York Empire, and like it all. I think it looks great. Like I think all the parts of it look good, and I like the landscape with like the skyline. But it just like says New York Empire
Yeah.
is like the whole majority of it, which is just like kind of the only thing keeping me.
Yeah, I don't think
lower
it's
for you.
S. I don't think it's S.
Okay. I'm cool with A.
Cool. Wow,
Yeah.
I think we were all in agreement on that one.
Yes,
Nice.
it's a good logo.
Yeah, it's a
All
good
right.
logo.
Okay, I don't remember what I did for this. Oh, okay, cool. So I didn't like that the skyline had other buildings besides the Empire State Building, so I just made it just Empire, and I don't know what font this is. Maybe it's some form of Comic. I don't think it's
It's like
Comic
Comic
Sans,
Sans.
but it might be Comic Sans. It's
Your favorite
adjacent.
font.
But it wasn't clear on the first iteration that this was talking about New York, the city. So for iteration 2, I made it New York Empire. And then I also wanted to add a little slogan for this one, so I did that, and it was "We are number one," because they are. So
Nice.
there you go.
Well done.
Wait, I found some earlier concepts for some earlier options of the New York Empire logo. Wait, I'm gonna text it to you guys, Sam, if you'll pull them up. It just shows like earlier logos from the Empire. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Let me.
Ooh, that's a nice background.
No, that's
Thank
a good
you.
look.
It's the default.
Did you get in the group chat?
Yes.
Okay.
I could just stare at this. Sludge output.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I love this one.
That is fun.
I like this one. I like all of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the top right one, honestly. Like
That's
it
nice.
doesn't it feels kind of like a college like sports logo, but it's kind of fun. I like the stripes on both the right
They all
ones.
feel like old, except for the
Yeah.
top one.
Yeah.
I think the one that they went with,
Kinda like it.
to me, it like I see why they went with that one because it looks the most like modern pro
Yeah.
sports team, but they're all cool.
I would love
Yeah.
for them to do retro day or something, like have
Yeah.
retro jerseys.
Yeah,
That'd
with
be
one
so
of these.
sick.
That'd be
Fake
cool.
retro. That'd be cool. All right.
Fake retro.
Another rebrand.
Spiders.
I love the spider. I think it looks really fucking cool.
It does
Like
look
look,
cool.
look how
I
it looks on
wasn't-
the hat.
Dude, the yellow, like the black and yellow spider is sick. Like I wasn't fully sold on this until I saw that. Like,
It was totally hiding there.
Yeah.
the spider in there.
The logo, like just for this, I guess, is like a little minimalistic. But is that like the official logo, or
I believe so.
I guess that kind of is. I guess that maybe like takes away from it a
It's
little
not
bit,
much
right?
going on. It is very cool
I
spider.
kind of like it.
The design is so cool though. There's like weird kind of geometric stuff happening, and
It's like a robot spider.
yeah, it's like really
it's
cool.
kind of like it's making a web that says Oakland. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
It feels
I'm
like
into it.
it feels like a tattoo, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely unique and different, but
I'm at least B on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I almost bought that hat before I got this
I
hat.
think it's
I
I
might
think it's
still buy
higher
it.
than I think it's somewhere around Union.
I would definitely rather have this spider on a hat than any of those three below it right now. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very scalability, excellent.
Mhm.
It's detailed. It
A little
was like
scary.
when you blow it up, it's detailed and interesting, and when you make it small, it still looks like a spider. Like, very cool. I'm into it.
yeah,
All
I
right.
think that's a good placement. Yeah, so when you just look at this logo, it's not giving me Oakland spiders, it's giving me Oakland spider. So I just added a few more spiders. So you can just click and they'll come. There's one. There's another one. There's one.
Ah!
Yeah. I threw in a real one. This one's on its belly asking for a tummy rub. This one's dancing. Um, what else? This one's sad because no one came to his birthday.
Aw.
That comes across. That really comes across.
And then there's this one.
And they form
I
like
love
a little
all of
diamond.
them.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I love it.
yeah.
Oh, this is duty.
This is like
Bad.
the most
I-
boring
Bad.
logo
I
in
think
the
we have our
league.
first F/mechanist here.
I like how
I-
there's different iterations of it. Like, go back, like the one on the hat is like more of a chonker than the like actual logo.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's like their older one. I'm not sure, but it's
Every-
definitely it's not good, but it's better.
Every
I
week we
like-
tiered them. I was like, I don't even know. Like, wait, that's the Outlaws? Wait,
Yeah,
what
the
team
name
is
doesn't
that?
make any sense with the logo. I hate that there's that like lighter section in the logo, but they didn't actually do anything with it. It's not like it's not like it's using the negative space for anything. It's just a lighter section of a horse's face.
Yeah,
yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
It's just
it's bad.
I don't want to insult it too much because I'm sure someone very nice designed it, but it just doesn't look professional. Like
It's just
at all.
not great. Too
I
boring.
think there's like it just like if they like went for something more like if they did something like the Alley Cats did and it said Outlaws and had like it just needs to be more going on, you know. It's just
Totally.
I also dislike that they go with a whole green as like part of their identity, but like the logo is really just black and white and it's got a green eye. And I think
Yeah.
they do have another logo that does say Ottawa Outlaws and it has a horse head that like looks I'm like a little bit more like a horse. And I like that logo more. But this one
give me the word Ottawa in there or something like
Yeah.
you know.
Every single one of the notes you guys just made, I incorporated into my redesign, so I feel pretty good about it right now. So I started off with a green horse.
Nice.
So started off with that. I wanted the full horse. I wanted a better horse. So I think this is pretty good. But then again, like Outlaws, why is a horse an outlaw? So I turned it into an outlaw. And then
Nice.
I added the name. I used kind of like a wanted poster font, and I gave it a little maple leaf tramp stamp. So
I love it.
I think this is one that I would wear on a hat. So
I love it.
All right. I have to pee.
Okay,
So,
I got a couple things I can show from my phone while you pee.
there you go.
This is the logo that I was talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
I
That's
think
way
it's better.
better.
It has a Canadian maple leaf in its neck also, which I think is kind of
wow,
cool.
they did exactly what I did.
Yeah.
So I think
Looks
that's a
so
much
much
better
better.
logo. And then also while I was just Google searching to find that, I came across this disc, which I also think is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, double O.
The double O,
Oh.
Ottawa Outlaws.
Local font.
I still don't really get the
Hi,
whole
Steph.
horse thing.
I don't think she can hear
Hey,
us, but
Steph.
she's on the pod.
Okay, I can't hear anything that you guys are saying, but hi.
That's exactly what Ryan just said.
Bye.
I guess the horses like outlaws ride horses or something, but I feel like they should have gone with the outlaw instead of the horse.
Another thing I was gonna say about the alley cats, because I'm seeing your hat, Alu, is like
Mhm.
I think the cat itself is pretty cool, and that hat is obviously like one of the best hats, like of any merch. But yeah, I think when you put the cat like in the random porthole or whatever,
The like Mario pipe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you saw on the disc, but I guess Indianapolis has like 10 different city nicknames because they're like all across the disc. It's like
Oh, yeah.
Naptown, like whatever. Yeah, they've just kind of fun.
Sleepy City.
Sleepy
All right.
City.
Wait, Joe, will you show the OO logo you were talking about again?
Yes, I will.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Because I was watching a University of Utah football game this weekend, and it has like the UU of
I
that.
like that.
I was like, this
Yeah.
this looks nice, but it kind of looks like it's a joke, because all the other universities have like some letter, and it seems like a meta joke to just be like UU. But anyway, the
I mean,
O
I think
looks
the
nice.
OO kind of looks a lot like Oklahoma Sooners, but I still think it looks cool.
All right, let's get back to looking at these beautiful alternate logos.
From the jewels.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Philadelphia Phoenix.
They kind of suffer from a similar problem with Ottawa, except I think that their logo is really cool. Like it's way better than just a horse. Like it's a cool take on like what a phoenix looks like, and I think very scalable. But yeah, it is just kind of the phoenix, but I think it can carry it a little better.
I love the fire like coming off of the neck.
Yeah.
I wish that they incorporated something into the blank space of it, or had like a P somewhere in there somewhere, but I do like it, and I like that it actually has the colors of the team, and I think like it looks great on their jerseys.
Yeah. It looks very sports team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think, I feel like they're starting from the Phoenix, which I feel like you can do a lot of really cool things with it. And I feel like they don't necessarily meet the potential of the name with their logo. I just feel like I could make this in Microsoft PowerPoint.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I think I'm lower on them than the rest of you.
I'm somewhat low on it just because I think they're called the Philadelphia Phoenix. Like you're gonna make a logo that's fire colored. You're gonna make a logo that's a phoenix. Like I think you could do a lot more with it than this. And I just think I don't know.
Like it could have cool wings,
Like I like their jerseys with the feathers. I think it's kind of cool. So yeah.
Let's do meh.
It might fall into a similar thing with the Aviators, where it has a cool name and like nice jerseys, but then the logo itself kind of falls flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think upper tier of jerseys in the league for sure.
Yeah.
Like probably
jerseys. Yeah, absolutely.
At least A tier jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a team that like could definitely go to like some kind of like design firm or like a person that's a graphic designer and get like a pretty cool Phoenix logo. I don't know if this was a professional job, but
I mean they're hiring a new GM, so we'll see if that's on the to-do list.
I think you could have a cooler logo. So
yeah.
So my redesign, like I started again with an already made Phoenix logo, which is the one from Avatar: The Last Airbender of the Phoenix King.
Hell yeah.
But then I wanted to add a Philadelphia element, so I did that.
Oh, I love it.
It works because their offense is just they go out there and blast. They come in blasting.
All good.
Anyway,
this is like, so I'm trying to like keep track in my head what we could like sell as merch. Like this for sure, people would buy this.
We should make a shirt. We should definitely put that on a shirt.
Absolutely. All right, Thunderbirds.
Poopy.
I hate this logo with like a passion.
I really don't like this one.
The Thunderbird. Kyle, I don't know what your redesign is going to be, but I think it would be saying "Kill me" would be their slogan.
I completely trashed
so
logo.
It's so flat.
Seeing this logo blown up, like I don't even see the bird in it. I see a lightning on the side.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's just like a bunch of shit.
This Frisbee is pretty cool outside of the logo they have on it.
Yeah.
They took the logo away. That's a sick Frisbee.
So yeah, clearly, I feel like they were trying to do something similar to like the Seahawks, where they're kind of using like a native design to it, but it just doesn't look good, and they didn't do a very good job of it. But I don't know. Yeah, it's ugly for sure. It just like looks like it's kind of like taking a shit. It's very flat. Yeah.
I realize that like in other professional sports, I'm a Ravens fan, which means I don't like the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm also a Capitals fan, which means I don't like the Penguins. But I hate that every team does this like ugly black and yellow. I don't like it. I think it looks terrible.
And this is like a gray, a dark gray.
I know
yellow. It's even
like
worse.
Yeah.
I think they should like ditch the black and yellow and just like do something else. You don't
Everyone
need to follow...
from Pittsburgh is going to hate us.
That's fine. Fuck them. I don't care.
Oh well, you know.
I think it works for the
like,
Pirate. I like the Pirates jerseys.
I like
It's
black
classic.
and yellow. I think you have to have a logo to back it up. So
Yeah.
I created that, and I started with a really famous black and yellow Thunderbird.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, great. That's a great call.
Okay.
It is
and
literally
then
a Thunderbird.
And from here, it was just pretty easy. I added the team name, and then
Dude,
I added
yes.
a little factoid about the city of Pittsburgh. It's called the City of Bridges, and
This is
they
really good.
That's
They
a
do,
good
in fact.
slogan too.
they do in fact have many bridges in Pittsburgh. So yeah,
There you go.
Love it.
but love Pittsburgh, love Zapdos. Put them together. So
Here we go. Another new team. A pretty
Nitro.
like modern, clean kind of look. Has all the relevant information on it.
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
a
this-
nitro? Like they, I don't know. What about this is nitro?
Is this the definition of meh?
Yeah.
think
yeah,
so.
Yeah, they could do so
Because
much
it
more.
checks all the boxes, but it's like,
Meh.
what is this?
This is meh. It's meh. It's not bad. It looks clean.
it's
But
it's a hard name to do stuff with, but they really didn't do anything with it. They're just like
Yeah.
Do like a
chose the
tank
name.
blasting nitro like in those racing arcade games. You know what I mean? Like there's cool like there's something you could do, but
It's like
Yeah.
visually appealing, but like there's nothing cool about it.
Yeah.
it was pretty clearly like professionally designed, but whoever they chose to design it probably just makes like corporate logos, so it doesn't feel like a sports logo.
yeah, agreed. Their jerseys are like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's meh.
Meh.
So I also had the gripe of, what does this have to do with nitro? So I found a nitroglycerin molecule and started with that. And
Nice.
so pretty interesting shape. And then wanted
That's
to add
cool.
some personality, so I gave it a little fun face.
I love
And
it.
then I was like, you know what? There's a lot of little things that could be faces here. So I gave it. I had one kind of smiling, one frowning, and one, I guess,
Gritting his teeth.
but really, to me, it just looks like this man at the bottom has a concussion. It's like completely taken out of the game. So yeah.
Yeah, new
So
NFL
that's it.
protocols won't allow him to come back in the game.
Okay, yes,
Well done. Well done.
I think that's great inspiration for the team. Like if I'm the Nitro and I'm watching this, I'm like, holy fuck, we should make it look like Molecule or something. That's really cool.
Their part owner said that their name conveys the sense of speed and explosiveness that we'll be bringing to the league this year, and it's a nice reference to our city's extensive coffee and brewing culture.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I see that, I guess. I would
It's
love
a
a
good
coffee
name.
logo. A coffee logo would be fun.
It's objectively a good name.
This logo sucks ass.
is this a window company?
Yeah.
It looks like a giant like a corporate like energy company or something. I think it's
Yeah.
cool. Like as like not like no context looks cool, but for like a sports team, I don't know if it's doing anything for me. I think their jerseys are kind of cool. Like I think their whites look cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so go ahead.
With context, it's ass. Like shred, it looks like it's like a sun. Like
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't get it.
here are my thoughts that I'm not super high on it, but I do have a couple things that I do like about it. I do think it looks like the bottom is kind of like a claw that's like shredding something, or like
Yeah.
it will shred. I also don't have proof of this, but I'm almost 100% positive that the bottom is supposed to be tracks in the salt flats of like a car driving.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
That's where the like Salt Lake parts comes
Okay.
in. I do not think this logo works without color. Like if it's just like on the hat at the bottom, that's definitely just like superimposed on a dude with a hat. But if it doesn't have the like the blue and the orange, it doesn't work at all. And even with that, like it's just using like kind of like a circle, like it looks like an energy company.
It's supposed to be an S, but it's like it doesn't really look like an S with the.
Is it?
Oh, I didn't
Is
even
it
get
actually?
that. I didn't
I
even
never
get
got
It
that.
is.
Well, why else
So-
would you offset it?
Yeah.
I
that's the
I
point.
But
don't know.
It
It looks
doesn't
like a
look like an
duck
S.
if you look
Yeah.
at it like
It looks
that.
like a duck.
Yeah, it does.
The
I think
Salt Lake
it's-
duck.
I think it's below the other two in that D tier.
No.
What do you mean no?
I would rather have it
I think it's
on
cool.
me than that one.
I think
Yeah.
the
Okay,
Mechanics
you know
is
what?
better than
Actually,
Glory.
I think Glory are worse than Detroit.
I do too. That's
Yeah,
what
I agree. Glory is bad. That's what
Yeah,
I've been trying to say, guys.
yeah.
Okay, how's
Yeah.
that?
There we
How's
go.
that?
There we go.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think the Salt Lake shred is similar to the Detroit one in that like it's like very simple shapes, but I don't know. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't feel strongly enough about either of them to argue for one or the other.
Sorry, Jordan.
I know.
Okay. So yeah, first I wanted to fix the offset, so I did that.
Looks
And
weird.
then it still
It
looked weird.
does.
It still looked weird, so I just fixed it even more. And then I was like, okay, shred. I gotta add some shredding element, so I did that. I added a guitar.
Oh, no.
That would be so cool. Like if they, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
These are great.
that's
Cards.
pretty good.
This is my favorite logo in the entire league. I don't know if that's just me.
Really?
I
Wow.
love this one.
Wow, really? I
It
think
looks
it's
I
great for
don't.
me.
It does
I
look-
don't.
yeah.
I don't hate it by any means, but like, I don't know. It
Yeah,
looks
I
like
like it too. I like it
You've
too.
got a
So-
clean
I like it.
circle. You've got the animal in it, the growler, and the shred kind of like, it looks like it attacked the circle. You've got a negative space G in there a little bit. I'm into it.
I don't know if that was intentional, but maybe. It looks like a doofy, weird. It looks more like an embryo than a G. But
Yeah.
sure.
it looks like a mythical medallion, like from The Witcher or something.
Yeah,
like-
which is cool.
Which is, I mean, like I think it's a cool looking logo, but I don't know. Like it doesn't really scream like Frisbee team logo to me,
Yeah,
or
I
even
agree with
sport,
that.
or even sport logo at all.
The only thing I don't like about it is that when it's like at small scale, so like when we were doing our tier list, it takes me a sec to be like, okay, yeah, that's the growlers. When I first look at it, I'm just like, it's kind of like a red dot. It doesn't scream growlers to me when you can't really zoom into it.
Give it a
Maybe-
frisbee. There's got to be a frisbee in there somewhere,
Maybe I'm still just being too negative because they didn't play games for like the first 3 weeks of our podcast, and I grew so hateful and spiteful of them. I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad as I think.
I love circle logos. I think they look so nice.
I think it looks really good. All its negatives are like, is this really like a Frisbee logo?
Yeah,
Like, is it
true.
even like a sports logo, but it does like look really cool and like clean, which I like. I love the like kind of like slash marks out of the top left and bottom right as well.
The
But
werewolf playing Frisbee on the Frisbee is pretty sick too.
Very cool.
yeah, I
Very
do like
cool.
that. So I don't know. Where do you guys think it ranks? I think we disagree about this one more than any other
Yeah,
one.
I think
so.
B. I think solid B. I mean, I don't know. I'd be okay with A, but if there was a G, if there was a G in the negative, like a nice G or something, but there just isn't. It's like, I don't know.
So Sam, where would you put this if it was just you?
If it was just me, I would put it at the top. It's my favorite
Okay.
one.
No way.
I would
Yeah.
probably put it in S or A. But
It's not S.
this is the group pod, so
I have it below Empire.
okay.
I have
But
it tied
still
with.
A, or-
I don't know. I mean, I have it like above Union, below Spiders. I like the Spiders logo better than this one.
Oh, I disagree.
Joe?
Yeah, I kind of like it more. I don't know. I'm trying to be fair.
I'd
where,
settle for
like,
top of B.
I could settle for top of B. Like, I just think as a logo, it looks good, but as like a sports logo, it doesn't look like a logo at all.
I could settle for bottom A.
Yeah, I'd meet in the middle at bottom A.
I could settle for that.
I could settle
Alright.
for that.
All
You
right,
settle for that?
that's
I
fine.
think it looks so nice. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah,
Like, I think like if we're not looking at like sports logos here, like it's prettier than Minnesota Wind Chill.
yeah.
I don't know. Something about it says sports to me, but maybe that's just me. Kind of looks like an NBA. Looks like the Hawks logo a little bit.
Kind of does, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
can
kind
see
of.
basketball, yeah.
That might be my thing because a lot of the NBA teams have started to do these circle logos, and I love them. I love all of them. So that might be my bias right there. But anyway, what you got?
Yeah,
Kyle?
so I wanted to kind of add a little bit more personality to it. So first I had it saying Grr. And then I don't know, I wanted to add an element of danger. I put it on a sign.
Nice
But
color
then
consistency.
you know, this doesn't
Yeah.
really have anything to do with San Diego, so I changed the text of the sign a little bit.
Love it.
That's good.
That's
So-
good stuff.
Where's San Diego?
That is also a t-shirt or a hat or something. Or
Okay,
a
you
bumper
gotta-
sticker.
You got to take out the segosigns.com and the phone
Yeah.
number on the bottom.
Take it out. We
Yeah.
should just sell stickers. Because like the website that we sell our merch on, you can just like
I don't
whoa,
think we can-
anxiety. That picture stopped me.
Wait, also, we can cut this, but I don't think we're allowed to just take off another person's logo from a picture we stole online and then start selling that picture as ours.
So, yeah, you could not. The majority of these you could not.
Yeah, we'll have to make some
Yeah,
decisions.
I did not obey copyright laws whatsoever.
Is this supposed to be Bigfoot?
Yes. Okay.
The
I
guy
hate
on the right?
this logo. I absolutely.
Yeah, he
think
trimmed
it's
down
so
for a job
stupid.
interview.
They're the Cascades, and theoretically Bigfoot lives in the Cascades, but I personally believe he lives in the Olympics. That's just from my research. But it's just like it's just so stupid. I don't know. It's such a gimmicky thing to just have a picture of Bigfoot be your logo. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I've
I
never
think
liked
it's-
this one.
I'm with you.
I think it's fine. I'm not that like against it. I love the male model on the right. He's just like, "Meh." Well, like,
I love that shirt is supposed to be like I heart Seattle, and it's just like so far from that.
yeah, it's like Seattle. Yeah,
I don't know. I think it looks good enough, like for it being a picture of Bigfoot's head, but I just don't like that. That's what they decided to do for their logo.
It's
Yeah.
it's such a boring logo.
It just
Yeah,
it
I'm-
feels
yeah, meh.
fine. I think it's
I
fine.
think it's fine. Yeah.
It's meh. It's
It's
not. It's
meh.
well executed. It's well if they're gonna
Yeah.
do Bigfoot's face, I think it's very well executed. But
that is true. That is true.
it's meh.
I just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
just
his little
love that.
tooth. I like the little
Every-
tooth.
yeah. Everyone
Kyle,
knows it's
please
got
tell
one
me you
tooth.
included that male model in these iterations.
I did not, but we can put it on his shirt and see how it goes. So I just first, if we're gonna have Bigfoot on the logo, let's go all in. Let's change the name to the Seattle Bigfoots.
Yeah.
But that's not the correct plural of foot, so I changed it to the Seattle Big Feet. And then I wanted to make it a Frisbee logo, so I had Bigfoot going for a I changed it to C-Town Big Feet.
C-Town.
Oh
So
man, I'm into it.
I love it.
He's
I
not
love
gonna
it.
catch that. He's not gonna catch that at all.
Yeah, that's
That-
down.
that
No,
we
That's
he,
can
down.
sell
he,
as a
he
sticker.
already D'd it and it's flying away from his
Okay,
hand.
I see
Okay, that works. That works.
I like to think he invented like the super backhand, and that was a throw.
that. The
I like-
really around.
Yeah,
I like how he's got a little. I like how he's got a little butt going there.
Got a little badunk dunk.
All right.
All right.
I like the
And-
Buccaneers.
They have like no merch
shirt.
at all.
The
I, like,
jerseys are
do
great.
not sell merch.
Yeah, this is so cool.
That jersey
Yeah.
is amazing, but this
I
isn't a
love the
jersey.
other.
jersey
Yeah,
tier.
this isn't a jersey tier list. So
Yeah,
we
this
have
is
to
poopy.
kind of not think about that.
It's a clip art. It's a busy clip art, and
Yeah.
you know,
It's a bad
Yeah.
logo. It
I'm
just
not
is.
into it. Is it F or is it D?
F.
I think
Yeah,
F
I think
above
it's just
the
F.
ugly horse.
Can we put horse and mechanics tier?
Oh
Yeah, we can do that.
Horse, we're not
think
even
that's
calling
fair.
it by their name because we don't know.
The Ottawa horse.
Didn't we have like a whole, didn't we talk about this on Twitter before where like it looks like it was a pirate ship clip art where they were like, let's make it more pirate ship, and then they added the black and
Yeah.
white cannons on top of it that like don't look like it was originally part of it.
Yes, we did talk about that.
Yeah,
It's hard to tell because it's blurry, but yeah, the white cannons were just kind of like
slapped
flopped
on.
on there.
Same with the skull and crossbones.
Yeah, it's not even like
Yeah.
on the sail. It's just kind of like it like
Yeah.
over sticks over the sail.
Sorry, Sasha.
Yeah, we love you, Sasha, but yeah, Sasha didn't design the logo.
Yeah,
And
he probably
sick
would.
jerseys, but yeah.
The jerseys are great. Like
Yeah.
the jerseys
Yeah.
are, yeah, but it's not a jersey tier list. It's a logo tier list.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
So yeah, I wanted to strip it back and just focus on the cannons. So I started with this.
Mhm.
Classic.
And then I wanted to add a little bit personality. So I gave the cannon and the cannonball googly eyes.
We should put this on one of our logos and sell it.
All right, I believe this is our
Wait,
last
this is the
one.
last one, yeah.
yeah, this one's tough. I mean, I don't know.
It's
My
both a
instant
T
is
and
like-
an R, which I like.
Yeah, that's cool.
Brian, I
I'm
want to
not-
hear your take.
My instant take is just like, like it's just like in a bad way. Like
Yeah.
I understand the T, the R, but it's just like
Mhm.
it's so weird looking.
It is weird.
It is.
Give me the like Toronto Tower or something, or yeah, it's just the they went for just the letter, and I think it's you know what, honestly, like we have to ask ourselves, is it that much worse than the Hustle? I think the Hustle has the 3D thing going. I think it's like right behind Hustle.
The
Or maybe-
hustles is so much cleaner. Like this,
Yeah.
like
I think there's something about the gradient that's just so
The gradient's
weird.
bad. The
I
gradient's
don't.
Gradient?
I don't like the color in it at all.
or the top right sharpness, like
Okay.
it kind of
Yeah,
looks like an A. Like
Now that
D.
now that you said that though, I do want to kind of move the hustle down to meh, but that's a different matter.
Yeah, if we
Um,
want to reorder this now that we have all the teams and like
What are we thinking? D somewhere?
I'm thinking D.
Yeah, D somewhere.
can we just move the glory to F?
Yeah.
Like why?
yeah,
are we
let's
there?
like I think they should go down
I think behind. I think behind the shred.
for Rush.
Oh, you mean the rush?
Yeah, for rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks good. We can make a couple tweaks.
All right. But first,
Yeah.
let's see what you got, Kyle.
Oh yeah, last one, and then we can do our final tweets. Yeah. So hold on, let me check what the hell I did here. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. So I wanted a little more Toronto.
Are Drake's legs still in there? Is his whole body still in there? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't change it at all.
Okay. It's just a little blurry. I couldn't tell.
But-
I thought you just left his legs in.
But there is, I thought there was one way I could improve this, so I went with the Superior album, and then I was like, you know what? There's one better I can do than this, and I went with, the
Nice.
best album, Undisputed. So yeah,
Nice.
that's the
Agreed.
official logo for the Toronto.
Yeah, let's sell merch with that on it.
Yeah, for sure.
You could tell that I kind of ran out of steam at the end, but yeah.
It's kind of
Alright.
we kept comparing it to Rush, like the band. So it's kind of nice that we went with another like music related thing.
Also, yeah, they're Canadian too. So
Yeah.
Definitely a
Alright.
reference there.
All right.
Yeah, looking over this, I feel okay about it. I don't know if we need to do like any major tweaks. Does the union look a little out of place there?
I'm not gonna
Honestly,
lie, I think the
they need to go
summit might.
higher or lower?
I think lower.
Yeah.
Oh,
Union's dropping a little bit for me. I
I
don't
think
know.
I think the summit are better than the hustle, and I think the aviators are better than the Phoenix.
I was
I
just gonna
agree.
say,
I
like,
think you should drop the hustle down and move the summit up.
yeah, the summit
Yeah,
kind of
switch,
stand out
just
to me
switch
in
'em.
that meh
Yeah.
tier of like not being
Yeah.
meh. Like the other ones are just like boring meh
Agreed,
designs. But
agreed.
summit's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that the Nitro are smack in the middle. I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that it's all white. Like that's kind of cool, but it's
I
also
think-
not that cool. So it's pretty meh.
I think the Flyers should maybe be lower.
Mhm.
I
think they
don't
should be above.
disagree.
Well,
I think they're above Detroit is the
They
thing.
it looks kind
I
of
like
like
where they're
in a
at.
similar tier to the Mechanics logo to me.
I
I
just
think
like
it's
the
better
colors
than the
more.
Mechanics.
I like the lighter colors that they have.
I like
It's a
the
little
Legion.
cleaner.
I
I
think
think the
Flyers
Legion's
is above
better.
Mechanics, but I don't know.
I also
I
like
like-
Legion better. I'm gonna do it.
I think yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. I think they
Okay.
should stay in the Met tier, but
Okay.
because everything below the Met tier is like kind of bad design in general. Which
Yeah,
I
if you look
also-
at these bottom three, it's like ew. I think we did a good job of putting all the gross ones down
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Do we put glory behind cannons? No.
No,
Just
Cannons
keep
is
moving.
worse.
Yeah.
Cannons is definitely worse.
Yeah, because like at least with the glory, like they put some design thought into it. Where the cannons, it just seemed like they took a bunch of clip art and put it together.
Guys, I'm gonna be real. I want to put the spiders ahead of the wind chill.
No.
Okay. I'm
not
so
with
I didn't
it.
realize
I'm
this.
not with
So
it.
I'm discovering
Yeah,
this
you
about
love that
myself.
one.
I'm so into it.
I was
love
gonna
it.
say, I think we should go around and say like what's your favorite logo? Like not the best logo on the list, but like just your favorite. Like if you're gonna get like a hat.
Yeah. I would say before we do that, let's finalize. So the Breeze are our only S tier logo. Are we?
Yeah, that
happy
also
with
means that I'm a Breeze fan if we leave it like
Let's
this.
go! Let's go, Kyle!
Means I'm becoming a Breeze fan. So is everyone okay with that?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
All right.
I think you should
Hell
become
yeah.
a Cannons fan just for fun.
Yeah, maybe I'll be a Breeze and Thunderbirds fan. I'll take the best and the worst.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit like I think that would be more accurate, and none of these are S tier, but
Yeah,
I
I mean, I think that's
agree.
also kind of fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
I don't think
they're all
any of these are-
relative. They're all relative to each other though. So it's S is it but you don't
Yeah,
think it's
but
S tier, you don't think it's that far above the A tier ones?
Should we just have an empty S tier?
no, I think an empty S tier kind of symbolizes like there's so much meat left on the bone for like
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of these logos.
Yeah.
It's an encouragement for teams to do a logo redesign and get into that top tier.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
I like that.
I love the
Okay.
Mechanics tier. The Mechanics went 2 spots above it. It's like good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, let's
I'm-
go around and do favorite logos. Obviously, I've said mine already, but and Alu's
Yeah.
favorite is the spiders.
I guess I'm I don't know if it's my favorite logo, but I really do like it. I like in terms of a hat, if I got a hat, I would get that spiders hat. So I'll just say spiders. I'm into it.
I think if I was not gonna go Breeze, because I do love that, I like the Rascals logo. Just really does it for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love the Empire logo, the green and the black combination. Like, also just like the Empire being Empire. Like, if I had like an Empire Sun hoodie, I would feel like so boss in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
Sam, should I show the alternate Frisbee that Matt Stevens gave us?
Oh yeah.
I put that up on my wall.
You guys, I feel like have so many stories that you haven't told yet.
Yeah, Matt Stevens gave us a disc because we were throwing like a mini one around. He was like, "You want a real one?" He was this
Okay,
old
well,
school.
first of all, yeah, this is the mini disc we are throwing around, which is the best mini disc I've
Yeah,
ever
it's
felt
actually
in
great.
It's like it like has some weight to it. It like really flies. It's like not flimsy at all. It's insane. But then he saw us throwing that around, and so he brought me this.
Whoa.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's
Love
like
that.
it's one of the sickest things I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
So Joe, is that your answer for your favorite? If you can't pick Breeze, is it Empire?
No, I'm going with Rascals mostly because this isn't their official logo, but I
Right.
love this like drippy, scary,
That's cool.
bloody logo. If this was theirs, I could maybe go with that, but I'm going with Rascals. And something about it really does it for me.
All right, and then Kyle.
Yeah, I think like I guess the Breeze. I don't think they're necessarily my favorite, but I'm now becoming a Breeze fan. So I definitely want the Breeze hat. Like I think that looks sick. I think before the pod, I might have said either the Empire or the Growlers. But I think the coolest piece of merch is either the Alley Cats hat that Alu has, or I really like the Oakland yellow hat. I think that looks cool. But
Same.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's been a 2-hour pod, so we can wrap up. But this was an amazing episode. We'll definitely have to have you back to do jerseys.
We need to clip some of the best redesigns we got to clip and put out there.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Amazing. Some of our best content yet. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Happy to have.
But yeah, this has been I'm Open.
I'm open. I'm open.
Kyle, what's gonna be the plot of the new Community movie?
That's good. Good question, Ryan. Okay, so new Community movie. Who do we have confirmed on the cast? It's Joel McHale. I'm like Allison Brie, Killian Jacobs. Like, is
Danny
Donald Glover
Pudi.
confirmed?
Yeah,
I don't think that's.
I read that he was not confirmed yet.
Oh, really? I assumed he was
Yeah.
because of the tweet, but
He's not confirmed. I don't think Yvette is confirmed, but she tweeted it out, so like I think she's gonna be in it.
I feel
I
like,
would if she tweeted it.
I think she might she and Donald Glover might end up being like cameos in it, but ultimately I think it's gonna focus on Jeff and Abed because that's really where the show starts and ends. So I feel like the movie's got to focus on Jeff and probably Abed too, because they're kind of like the core of the thing. Do you think it's going to take place fully on the campus, or do you think it's going to go elsewhere?
It could be like a
Elsewhere.
reunion.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be on the campus, but I think it might people might be coming from other places, and it'll like start with them in their different locations, and then one of them like is still there, and everyone comes back to them.
Yeah,
see that.
I would
Chevy
love
Chase will be in it.
He's
Who?
dead.
No
Chevy
way,
Chase.
no way.
No way.
No, they'll definitely like reference him, but I think they'll just make fun of him and not.
I mean, canonically, he's dead. So,
yeah,
like, does he get like a
ghost
like
cameo?
A ghost, yeah.
Probably not.
I feel like they're gonna do like some kind of homage in it. Like it could be like, but they've already done so many that I don't even know what they would do. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm definitely excited. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but yeah, I feel like I just like I trust them to do it, so I don't even want to like build up theories about it because
Yeah.
I just want to be surprised by whatever they do. So yeah, but I don't know. We don't have to use this as an end tag, but it was just something I